Beautiful people, I am back with another video. Today's video is going to be about, y'all, it's so good. So before we jump into it, I don't know if you guys seen my latest podcast. It was basically about me saying it's okay to do beauty, do hair content, do all this other content. Basically, it's not dishonoring God, but it's also not honoring God. And I was battling between that. I was on fire for it. I was so excited to basically put out content, but at the same time, God kept convicting me. He's like, the content that you want to put out is going to take time away from me. It's going to take time away from you spending time with me, you spending time with the people that I need you to save. You have a calling on your name. And I'm like, I understand, God, but the type of content I want to put out is not dishonoring you. You never said anything about this type of stuff, so why can't I do it? And he just kept hitting me back to back to back with it. And I just got on my knees and I was like, God, I trust you. I surrender it to you. And he told me what I have for you is greater than this. What I have for you is going to open up way more doors than this can open for you. So I trusted him. So I walked outside just now to create this video. As soon as I opened the door, it was a butterfly right there. The butterfly was just flying around me in circles. It was just like so close to me. It literally, like, as soon as I opened the door, it's like the butterfly was waiting for me. Y'all, I was just stuck. I just stood there for a second and I was just like, oh my God, like, God, thank you. I was like, this is a confirmation. And it was an orange butterfly. And I really feel like that butterfly was sent to me by God for basically saying, like, thank you for being obedient. Because I didn't want to say no. I didn't want to say, God, I'm going to stop putting out this type of content when I love doing hair. I love doing makeup. I love making videos. But I thought about it. And I'm like, me making these videos is going to take away time from God. It's going to take away time from you guys. I'm going to get caught up in making all that content and I'm not going to be able to put God first. So I came up with a little agreement. I'm like, I'll put God first before I do anything else. Then I'll put in my content. And I'm like, Emerald, are you trying to show people and tell people that it's okay to be a part of this world and it's also okay to be a part of God? And I'm like, so you're saying that God only deserves half of you. He doesn't deserve, y'all, God is talking. He only deserves half of you. He doesn't deserve the whole you. And I'm like, why would you give the creator that created your entire body half of you? He deserves all of you. So I will not be putting out beauty content. I will not be putting out hair content. I will be committed to sharing God's words. I will only be putting out Christian content. If it doesn't have anything to do with God, I ain't doing it. But I just wanted to get on here and clear that up for y'all because I don't want y'all to be expecting that type of content from me. And God said no, so I ain't doing it. But today is loud. Okay, that's the UPS mantra. So today we're going to be in 1 Samuel. So I don't know if y'all heard about the story with Hannah. Hannah had her womb closed. So basically the word is going to be about how Hannah's womb was closed, but God always was going to open Hannah's womb. He just needed her to open her mouth. He just needed her to cry and beg just actually stand up. He needed Hannah to do something that she didn't do, because in Samuel 1 verse 9 it says, because the Lord closed Hannah's womb, her rival provoked her in order to irritate her. Sometimes we just be sitting back and letting people play with us, letting people irritate us, letting people irritate us, letting people get under our skin, when really we should be opening our mouth. We should be saying something like, what you're doing is not okay, and also I'm not going to accept that. Hannah accepted the fact that her womb was closed. But once she stopped accepting it and she got on her knees and she cried to God and she let him know, God, please open my womb. So I'm going to read to y'all exactly what Hannah said. Samuel 1 verse 11. It says, Hannah prayed to the Lord weeping bitterly, and she made a vow, y'all, my tongue, saying, Lord Almighty, if you will only look on your servant misery and remember me, and not forget your servant, but give her a son, then I will give him to the Lord for all the days of his life, and no razor will ever be used on his head. She basically said, Lord, if you give me this, I'm going to give it back to you. That's why I was saying yesterday, and I'm still saying this. Anything that God gives me, any platform that he gives me, I'm going to give it back to him. Anything that you ask God for, give it back to him. And watch him multiply it. Watch him turn it into greatness. And why would you not give it back to him? He gave it to you. He gave it to you. Why would you not give it back to God? Anything that you're asking God for, are you willing to give it back to him? Are you willing to, even if he gives it to you, are you willing to let him turn it into his glory? Let him use it for his glory. Whatever he gives to you, are you willing to give it back to him for his glory? Baby, that's a tough question. But also, it says, as she kept praying to the Lord, Eli observed her mouth. Hannah was praying in her heart. Y'all gotta use your hearts to pray. Y'all gotta really, when you pray, don't just be speaking with your tongue. Pray, don't just be speaking with your tongue. Don't just be saying anything. Actually mean what you say. Actually speak from the heart. And watch how God answer your prayers when you just speak from the heart. That's all you gotta do. She wept. She basically begged God, because at first Hannah, if y'all know this story, Hannah was getting on her knees praying all the time. But it got to the point to where her rival irritated her so badly, she didn't even want to eat. She didn't want to celebrate. She didn't want to do nothing. She just wanted her womb to be open. She just wanted a child. And God was always going to give it to her. God wants to give you what you want, what he has for you, but are you hungry for it? Are you really hungry for it? Or are you praying these little bitty prayers, asking God to do this and do that, and you're not really speaking from your heart? Because the second that Hannah spoke from her heart, God gave it to her instantly. She went home, had sex with her husband, and she got pregnant. Instantly. So just remember, what you want, you're not waiting for God. God waiting for you. God waiting for you to get hungry. He waiting for you to pray from your heart. God didn't want her to beg. He just wanted her to pray from her heart. So I really hope you guys got something from this, because I got something from it. It was so freaking good. When I was reading this, I was just like, baby, this is a confirmation. This is a confirmation to so many of y'all. Like, y'all gotta really break it down and really get in there. But I also just wanted to speak back on the topic, the part where it's a lot of stuff that we be wanting. I was gonna let my desires get in the way of my purpose, which my purpose is really what I desire. I just don't know what it is yet. It's like I know, but I don't know. But I do know that I want to put out this content creating stuff. But it's just like, don't let your desires get in the way of your purpose, because your purpose is always bigger than you. Me doing beauty, me doing the hair content and all that, yeah, that would have been focusing their eyes on me, not on God. And the hair products and the skincare products and the makeup products, I would have been focusing people attention on that, when I'm meant to be used to focus people attention on God. So always remember, you got to starve your desires. Because y'all, I was on my knees sad last night. I'm like, God, you done got me fired up. And he ain't get me fired up. I really didn't got myself fired up. But he's so good that he corrected me. And you always got to accept his corrections. God answered every question that I asked him last night. And I was coming back to back with it. So don't be scared to ask God questions. Ask him, God, what I want, does it have anything to do with my purpose? And if it doesn't, show me what my purpose is and let me know when I'm walking in my purpose. And won't he do it? So I will see y'all tomorrow. Thank y'all so much for watching. Thank y'all for the new subscribers. And make sure y'all go read Samuel 1. It's not even long. It's not long at all. Y'all should go read it. It's really, really good. The beginning is Hannah's story. And if y'all want to know more about it, read it. But all right, bye.